Okay, YouTube family, or shall I say, Seekerstead family. It has been quite the year thus far, and a few things that I want to talk about that's been going on, and whatever else comes up in this short clip. But first thing, I've got to put my lawnmower back up. It's been sitting out here in the rain, which is one thing that's been very eventful, especially in this last month, is it's been raining a lot. I don't even know how much rain we've got, but there's been flash floods everywhere, and lots of people's gardens have been washed out. Lots of people can't get in their gardens, the ones that aren't washed out, because it just will not stop raining. And quite frankly, I'm glad that I haven't put out a garden yet, because it's been raining a lot and there's been people's gardens washed out. The first year I planted a garden here, the corn and everything just right down the hill. So, you know, it's probably a good thing that I haven't got there yet, but we are going to do it, Lord willing. So, let me put my lawnmower up now that, you know, it's nice and sunny outside. And let me take you around just to show you some things and some thoughts that are going through my mind. And just take a ride with me. If we can get this thing started here. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. Here it goes. Woo! We have liftoff. Follow me. Alright. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but we're gonna go just right over here to show you something. First, I gotta turn this off. You see that? That is a shed. Yes, a shed. And a little picnic table. Because the mother-in-law is moving in on this other property over here. So, that's a good thing. And it's worked out thus far. Now, she's not really living in the shed, except on the weekends. And her and Dale do plan on getting the mobile home to put over here somewhere, wherever I'm pointing. And yeah, it's been good. The kids, you know, when she's over, they go straight over there, and then we have a free house, except for 2 kids, which is fine. And yeah, it's been good thus far. It has been really good. And so that's another development going on. Let me take you over to a different section of the yard to show you and just talk to you about something else. Woo! Woo! Almost there. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is what I want to talk about next. You see this? You know how I was just talking about gardening and how it's been raining a lot and just not a whole lot going on as far as gardening because of all the rain. Well, let me show you. And by the way, I'm in my pajamas still. Woo! And barefoot. I've been doing this barefoot thing over the last couple weeks. And even went to town some places without my shoes, and it embarrasses my wife. But you know, barefoot life there, old buddy. More on that later, but check this out. This is where my garden was last year. You see how it's grown up? You know why? Because I haven't put a garden out this year. Not yet. And the main reason is because I lend my tiller to one of my buddies. Just lives down the road. And he tilled up a pretty nice little spot. And then it just kind of clunked on him, you know. Yeah, thanks, Dustin. You broke my tiller. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't really break my tiller. Really, it's my fault, but it's because I just don't have anywhere to like really put it. So it kind of locked up a little bit, but I took it apart finally after a few weeks. I took it apart and got it unstuck. I've yet to completely put it back together yet. It's just because we have a lot going on. We do a lot of stuff with the homeschool, weekend stuff there. Just like a weekend or two ago, we went on this glowworm hike. That was on a Thursday night, I think it was. And so we just stay busy. And so this entire like homestead thing it's kind of hard to do. And so I've come up with a conclusion about homesteading. The type of homesteading that I think everybody should do and focus on more. Instead of focusing on goats, which we do not have any more goats. They are gone. It's just hard to take care of them, you know. And we've been I've been rotating them around the yard on a leash. And so, that's not really good and like proper way to keep them. It is handy. They can like de-weed your place, but it's hard to take care of animals, whether it's goats or sheep or even chickens. I mean, you still got to buy the feed, and buying feed, is not really, to me, it's not really homesteading. Homesteading is you provide things for what you have, what you can get off your property. And so I've come to this conclusion that I'm not doing animals anymore. I'm only strictly doing vegetable gardens. And we're going to be planting more fruit trees and some, berry bushes and all that sort of stuff instead of doing animals, especially when you're on a smaller property. That other property now, grandma's got that. We're down to like 6.5 acres. Not that she wouldn't let us, do anything on her property now, but anyway, growing your food is less stressful, really, in a way. You can control it better. You don't have to go to town and buy it, food every week, source out that sort of thing. You just kind of do your work beforehand, plant everything, and then it grows, de-weed, that kind of stuff. So, and like us, we're always out, on the weekends. We're always doing something. Like, we want to do that. We want our kids to have memories, going on trips and whatnot like that. So anyway, it is like the last day in May right now, and so I don't have anything out, but I will as soon as I get the tiller back fully together, and maybe I'll be able to do that real soon, and I can do that. Last year I even put my corn, and usually I think a lot of people do put their corn out like June, but even like beans and stuff like that, like end of June last year, and I still got another round of beans, that way. So it'll work out. It'll all be good. And that's just the kind of homesteading I'm going to do from now on. Now, besides that, I've got some other videos I'd like to do. Maybe just film some of these little trips that we go on. And I've got this new series I've been working on for a little bit called, now I forgot what it's called. It's called Teaching Through the Hymns and Praising with Our Fathers. And that will be getting started pretty soon, talking about hymns, mostly hymns that you just have never heard of ever. But we will get to the ones that you know as well. Talk about a little bit of the history of the hymn and who wrote it. And then, of course, sing the hymn. And that's kind of, where Seekerstead's heading right now. Just raising kids mainly. And then, doing our gardening. We'll start, building raised beds and stuff like that pretty soon. So, yeah, that's what's kind of going on here. And so just stay tuned and we will get some more videos out. I love doing these videos, but, not much has been going on around here. I've been trying to figure out what I want to do and find time to do it. As you can tell, it's just not happening. But, the gardening thing can happen and would have already happened if I didn't have my tiller break. So, anyway, it's all good. Hopefully the tiller I can get up and going. But see, the thing is, if you have raised beds, you don't really have to worry about tilling. But you still need a pretty good area to grow, all of your corn. We want lots of corn, we want lots of beans. So I don't really foresee, doing raised beds for that type of thing. But for like your squash and maybe even your okras and kale, stuff like that, you do in a raised bed and it'll be fine. So I think that's the way I'm going to be going with that. But anyways, that's what's going on. Look forward to new videos coming up. And always remember to seek God with all your heart.